Meanwhile, amidst this full-scale war, Ukraine has sent an SOS to Elon Musk. Elon Musk has just received an SOS from Ukraine asking for help. One of the world's most influential businessmen has just been sent an SOS by Ukraine's president. Ukraine's minister says the world is eyeing Mars, Russia. Apologies. An SOS has been sent to Elon Musk. A Ukraine minister has tweeted straight to Musk right now, calling for the help of this iconic and powerful businessman. While you try to colonize Mars, Russia is trying to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations, is what a Ukrainian minister has just said to Elon Musk. And Elon Musk has replied, Starlink activated, more coming. Incredibly big development here. Elon Musk responding to a Ukrainian minister and talking about Starlink being activated at this point of time. Starlink is a satellite internet constellation operated by Elon Musk's SpaceX that provides internet access and coverage to most of the earth. And under siege by Russia, Ukraine has basically reached out to Elon Musk's SpaceX saying, please give us Starlink internet access because our communication is being compromised and is being destroyed by the invading force of Vladimir Putin. Incredible exchange on social media with Elon Musk responding to the Ukrainian government and saying, Starlink activated, more coming. The world's most iconic businessman of the current generation, Elon Musk, has stepped into the Ukraine war in response to a bigger SOS going out to him from the Ukrainian government. This is an incredible piece of breaking news that we're bringing to you right now. Elon Musk, who's famous everywhere, has millions of followers on social media, is someone who is known to step into many global issues, has responded directly to a Ukrainian minister who has said, stop sending your rockets to Mars when rockets are landing on us here in Ukraine. This is an incredible, dramatic development. The intersection between politics and business. The Ukraine government crying out for help. They've been crying out for help to NATO, to the US government and others. And this is actually an incredible symbol of the helplessness. With no country stepping in to help Ukraine directly at this point of time, the Ukrainian government reaching out to Elon Musk and saying, please give us Starlink stations. Starlink, just so all our viewers know, is a satellite internet constellation operated by SpaceX, providing seamless internet coverage across the world. And clearly Ukraine senses that its internet data access is being compromised by Russia, with its communication facilities being attacked or taken over by Russia's invading forces. And therefore, you've got the Ukrainian government now reaching out to Elon Musk and saying, please give us Starlink internet access so we can have seamless connectivity to communicate, to be able to send out messages, to keep in touch with the world, and so there is no blackout. Fearing a communication blackout by the Russian invading forces, the Ukrainian government reaching out to Elon Musk and saying, please save us from a total blackout so the world will not know what is happening to us. Please provide us Starlink internet access. Starlink is a company owned by Elon Musk as part of SpaceX. It's a constellation of satellites that provide very high-speed internet, undisruptible internet, as it were, in different parts of the world. And now Ukraine practically begging and saying, please give us this internet. Russia is trying to black us out. Amazing, amazing milestone on day 4 of the Ukraine invasion. I want to stay on this story for just a while longer. This Elon Musk development is a big one. I'm going to ask tell our viewers that we'll have our business reporters from Business Today TV also on with us. We'll get Ayush Elavadi, who's been in touch with SpaceX through his career, to make sense of this for us. Let's get Ayush, let's get Siddharth Zarabi, let's get Abha Bakaya from Poland as well. She's our business editor who's live with us in Ukraine right now. She's going to have a lot to say about Elon Musk. Elon Musk now stepping into the Ukraine war. We're going to try and get a word in from Tesla, from SpaceX as well. Let's get some more reporters in on this. I want to get more reporters in on this to analyze this for you. This is big. This basically means that Ukraine is fearing a communication blackout by Russia. And you've got a very agonized plea going out from the Ukrainian government to Elon Musk. Let's put Elon on our screens as well. Show everyone the picture of where things are at. Because Ukraine is being silenced. That is the fear right now. The fear is that mobile signals, internet, data will all be clamped down upon by the Russian invading forces, and Ukraine, which has so far been able to effectively communicate what's happening to its people and its land over the last 4 days of this invasion, they are scared that that will be in a black hole very, very soon, and then the world will not know what's happening. Remember, President Zelensky had said in 96 hours, 3 days ago, he said in 96 hours, the Iron Curtain will fall. So this is very much part of what he's likely talking about. With an Iron Curtain falling, the world will no longer be able to see what's happening inside Ukraine. And therefore, this big, agonized call for help, with Elon Musk being asked to provide Starlink internet access to the people of Ukraine, the government of Ukraine, so they still have a voice to communicate to the world, to communicate to their own people, to communicate to the vast Ukrainian diaspora around the world that this is what is happening. If communication is taken over, if communication is compromised, the Ukrainians believe that a large element in this war, which is psychological, which is messaging, which is communication-based, which is about a public view of what's actually taking place, that will create a lot of demoralization. It will demoralize people. People will not know what's happening, and Russia will then be able to take control of the messaging and provide a great deal of psychological operations that give a sense of perhaps what is not really happening on the ground. Remember, right now there are claims and counterclaims of what's going on between Ukraine and Russia, but in the event of a communication blackout, I'm waiting for my reporters, I want them really soon. It's going to be a situation where only Russia is able to, message out and tell the world what's happening in Ukraine, paint a picture of what's going on in Ukraine, with Ukraine not being able to refute, not being able to communicate, not being able to tell the world what's really happening. So, dramatic development. I don't want to exaggerate it. Elon Musk is someone who has, tens of millions of followers. He's a multi-billionaire, extremely powerful, much more powerful than many governments. He has been contacted directly now by the Ukrainian government saying, please, you can send your rockets to Mars, do what you like, but the rockets are landing on us. A very, very evocative message going out from the government of Ukraine. It's not just anybody. As you can see, it's a blue tick, verified Twitter account that has reached out to Elon Musk. In a kind of plain, agonized, anguished plea saying, you're sending your rockets there, but rockets are landing on us here. Please, and giving Elon Musk a call to action, which he has answered, saying, please give us Starlink internet access. Starlink is high-speed, satellite-based internet access that is provided by one of Elon Musk's companies, SpaceX, very, very famous, and it is that company that will now provide those stations. You've got Elon Musk saying Starlink service is now active in Ukraine, more coming very, very soon. So more coming, more terminals en route. Big reply there from Elon Musk. Starlink terminals service is now active in Ukraine, more terminals en route. So this is basically one of the world's most powerful corporate moguls, businessmen, coming to the aid of Ukraine using technology. This is big tech coming to the aid of a country at war. That's the kind of hybrid conflict situation that we're talking about at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still waiting for our reporters. Please bear with me. Please give us a little bit of your patience, because this is a huge story that we're breaking. This is a huge development. with Elon Musk. The number of different players in this conflict situation is absolutely incredible. Where is Ayush Elabadi? Where are our Business Today reporters? I want them in the next 30 seconds to give us a breakdown of what this actually means. This is big technology, space technology, coming to the aid of a country that's currently under siege and that fears that Russia is going to create a communication blackout in Ukraine. Voice in from SpaceX. We're going to try and get you a voice in from Elon Musk's office as well. We're going to try and get you a voice in from the Ukrainian government on this right now. This is an incredible situation. This is an incredible situation with Elon Musk replying to the Ukrainian government and saying that Starlink service is now active in Ukraine, more terminals en route. The internet is falling, data is falling, communication is being clamped down upon. Communication hubs are apparently being taken over by Russian forces in Ukraine, especially in Kyiv. And now Elon Musk has been enlisted. He's been petitioned formally on social media by the Ukrainian government saying, please help us. You're a powerful man. You're a powerful businessman with, life-saving technologies. Please give us internet. Please keep the curtains open. Don't let the Iron Curtain fall down upon us. While your rockets are successfully landing from space, Russian rockets are attacking Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations, and Musk has replied, Starlink activated in Ukraine. More terminals are en route at this point of time. Amazing development here, and also gives you a sense of the forward planning that is being activated by the Ukrainians. They are still It came some 10 hours after the Ukrainian Minister of Digital Transformation, Mykhailo Fedorov, urged Elon Musk to provide Starlink services to Ukraine days after it was invaded by neighboring Russia. Mykhailo Fedorov also called on the billionaire to address sane Russians to stand up against their government's invasion. Internet monitor NetBlock says Ukraine has seen a series of significant disruptions to its internet access, to its data. Can we move this up, please? Can we move this up? Yeah, let's move this up. Pay attention. Okay. Thursday, Russia launching military operations in the country. Starlink operates a constellation of more than 2,000 satellites that aim to provide internet access across the planet. Starlink, big internet. The Ukrainians not depending on their own internet anymore. They've lost faith in the possibility of seamless data coverage, mobile telephony, internet access in their country at this point of time. And they've reached out directly to Elon Musk to get a sense of where things are at right now. Okay, I'm going to ask our producers, when are we going to get our reporter on this? A former UN peacekeeping soldier and urban warfare specialist, Major Samar Toor, is live with me. Major Samar, very specific question, so please answer specifically. Elon Musk has been petitioned by the Ukrainian government to provide seamless internet access using his Starlink technology. What is the significance of this? Do the Ukrainians fear that there is going to be a communication blackout? What is the significance of communication and being able to stay connected at a time like this?
Basically, Shiv, Starlink services are those services in which there are few wireless panels that are provided by the SpaceX to the consumer. So these panels are installed on rooftops, and once these panels are installed on rooftops, so the Starlink satellites are flying low in orbit, and they cover about 35,000 kilometers in one orbit. So in one round of the Earth, 35,000 kilometers one satellite covers, and it gives a coverage which is uninterrupted coverage. So it is hack proof. One cannot do hacking into it, and it is a very reliable and a very fast way of communication, which it is faster than the fiber optic cables that we are using these days. So this is one service which is wireless and very fast.
No, but are you hearing, Major Samar? You're plugged into many of the open source groups right now that are bringing news out of Ukraine at this point of time. Are you getting the sense that they fear that there's going to be a data and internet blackout?
Yes, the more they are basically what I've been getting to know with the interaction with the Ukrainians is that they are anticipating a total power grid failure within the 24 hours. And after that, it's going to be more chaotic.
It's going to be more
they are basically now running, majority of the systems have now taken over by the generators. And they have limited fuels. And the major issue is fuel depots have been targeted. And they are already on fire. So basically, the resources to stay in touch and communication are becoming very grim by the passing hour.
What is the importance of this? What happens if there is a communication blackout, Major Samar, with this entire thing, entering the realm of possible urban warfare, people picking up weapons? How can a communication blackout completely cripple the ability to organize and fight back the invading forces?
Yes, definitely, Shiv. One of the vital aspects of warfare today is communication. So if you're not able to communicate, you are as good as blind. So you are without a vision if you cannot hear. Because ultimately during warfare, you need instructions. You need directions to go to a particular place. So if you do not, if you're not able to get any communication at all, so you're totally blank. So firstly, yes, it is going to hamper the coordination of the Ukrainian forces. Number two, they are going to totally depend upon the local communication network, that is through radio sets, and that is also going to be limited because of the power shortage. So their batteries are going to be an issue. Secondly, the jammers are going to come into place. The Russians are going to plant jamming systems where they are not able to communicate at all with each other. So then it's going to come down to street fighting. Lot of sniper action will be visible in the coming few days. Lot of sabotage and lot of chaos will be there.
It's going to be chaotic because right now, as we speak, Major Samar, I'm guessing that all communications are taking place over Telegram and other instant messaging apps right now. If there is a communication blackout, the citizens will be disconnected from their government. The government may be disconnected from its military, and that's a recipe for chaos, right? Okay, we've lost that line with Major Samar Tur. We'll get back to him in just a moment from now. This is a big development. In a moment, we'll be joined by our reporters as well. We'll come back to this story. Big story. Elon Musk being formally petitioned by the Ukraine government, and he has responded saying, I'm giving you Starlink access right now. In a moment from now, you're going to hear, okay, fantastic. Now we've got Rostislav Pavlenko, who's a member of parliament from Ukraine, joining me live from Ukraine right now. Mr. Pavlenko, thank you for being with me. My question to you right now is that your government has just reached out to Elon Musk saying, please provide us with Starlink internet. Is Ukraine under threat of a communication blackout? Are you saying that the internet might be shut down in your country? Is that the fear, sir?
We see that Russian aggressors attack objects of the infrastructure. For instance, this night, missile and bomb raids led to hit of oil refinery and some pipelines. So we have to prepare for any scenario possible, and that is why it is better to safeguard and to continue fighting off the aggressor in the information field as well. So the decision of Elon Musk to allow Ukraine to join Starlink is mostly welcome, and we appreciate that very much.
Mr. Pavlenko, what is the communication situation there right now? Are you being able to communicate effectively, or are there signal problems?
As you see, we can communicate because right now it's actually I'm using the cell phone with quite reliable connection, and our people repel the hybrid cyber attacks that the Russians were inflicting on us, and so far so good. But then the question is how it continues, because we see that the Russians start to be desperate. They did not achieve any of the goals they set for themselves. So we are preparing for any development of the situation and call for the international partners to increase pressure on Russia to stop this madness.
One final question to you, Mr. Pavlenko, about what's happening in Kyiv itself. We've seen damage in different parts of the city. We've seen missile attacks in many residential areas. The president has said that within 72 hours, Kyiv might fall as well to the Russian forces. How realistic is that looking at this point of time?
I don't think it is realistic. Kyiv is being prepared to stand off. It's being prepared to repel any assault that the Russians can provide. The Russians boasted that they would capture Kyiv within 1 day from entering the country. Now we are in day 3 and pretty sure that we'll fend off the aggressor. But again and again, people are being killed, infrastructure is being damaged, so we call for the international partners to stop Putin and stop this stupid aggression.
Mr. Pavlenko, it's good to see you. Stay safe. Thank you for giving us your time. We'll keep coming back to you and connecting with you. Please give our regards to all your colleagues, your family and your friends. Ukraine is our #1 story here in India. We are very interested in it. We have many Ukrainians living here in India, and as you know, we have many Indians living there in Ukraine as well. So we are friends, and we will continue to look after your interests and look after your, what's happening in your country. It's a big priority for us. Thank you for giving us your time.